Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud on their beds. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations and punishments on those peoples, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute on them this written judgment. This honor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sing to him a new song. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Layim Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakal, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders which are a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, indulging putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. It's Makwa for the Trump and the VA camp. And basically want to touch on a lesson on being of the elect and being as the elect. If we know the elect are going to be of the house of David, and which is it's not a easy thing. Okay, it's something hard, something that you got to work for in a way. And I say this because when you think of King David, you think of the ultimate humble person, loyal, and a warrior, and courageous, and merciful, all at the same time. And that's things that some things that men of the Lord are just given, and some things they gotta earn, or not. Well, I wouldn't say earn, but learn through trials. Okay, because one of the hardest things you can do from coming from the world is being humble. That's one of the hardest things to learn. That's why scriptures say, though the outward man perish, the inward man is renewed day by day. So naturally, you're going to be putting off the old man and putting on the new man. Naturally, this should just happen. Okay, I look at myself now, and when I first came in, it's like a total different person. Heck, even me just 6 months ago, a total different person. But all these things happen through the trials that you're put through. Yahweh Shem Yahshua put you through trials that helps you to grow and get stronger and to be better. And I can honestly say that I am better from not even just at a knowledge standpoint, but from just more humble, knowing myself more, having more patience with not only myself, with other people. And every test that I go through, I just get better and better and better. But I'm going to start right here because, like I said, if you want to be of the elect, you got to be like King David was. You got to be extremely humble and extremely merciful, just like Yahushua was extremely humble and extremely merciful. Okay, you look at King David, and David and Saul was trying to kill him. King Saul was trying to kill him multiple times, and David still spared his life on multiple occasions. And you got brothers in the truth where people are literally not trying to kill you, but they cross you, and what do we do? We rise up and we try to fight back, but that's not what King David did. Okay, King David just, when it comes to leaving it into the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, he knew exactly how to do it. He knew exactly when to do it and who to do it to. He didn't. Now, when it came to the heathen, he judged them accordingly. Okay, he slew thousands, hundreds of thousands of heathen. But when it came to his people, when it came to the anointed, he was humble. He was merciful. Okay, he didn't treat them like he treated everybody else. But I'm gonna get into it. This is 1 Samuel 24:1. It says, and it came to pass when Saul was returned from following the Philistines, that it was told him, saying, Behold, David is in the wilderness of Engedi. Then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of all Israel and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the wild with goats, because we know goats good at climbing. And it says he took 3,000 men just for David and his men, because everybody knew how good of a fighter David was. So we made sure he brought a good amount of men. So it says, because he planned on killing them. It says, and he came to the sheepcotes by the way where was a cave, and Saul went in to cover his feet, and David and his men remained in the sides of the cave. And the men of David said unto him, Behold, the day which Yahweh said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thine hand, and thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe. So David men was like, yo, bro, they go, Saul, the day you told us about when Yahweh Shem Yahshua told you he's going to deliver the enemy into your hands is here. Go do what you got to do. So David went over and cut off a piece of his robe. It says, and it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him because he had cut off Saul's skirt. And he said unto his men, Yahweh forbid that I should do this thing unto my master. And Yahweh anointed to stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointing of Yahweh. So King David, David was like, he was like kind of sad because he cut his skirt off. So he's like, dang. He's like, because he just cut his skirt off. He obviously couldn't bring himself to killing him, even though he knew Yahweh delivered him to his hands. He couldn't bring himself to killing him because he knew that was Yahweh's anointing. Okay, he knew that was his master, so he couldn't bring himself to killing him. That shows David's integrity, his mercy, and his loyalty. Not only the King Saul when he was being wicked to him, but also to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. And it's another thing that brothers should keep in mind, which I am getting better with, and Lord willing, I can continue to get better with. That sometimes certain men might do certain things, and it might be within your power to so-called take his life, like how King Saul was delivered to David. It might be in your power to basically bring him down, or this, that, and the third. But sometimes it'd be better to just let Yahweh Shem Yahshua deal with it. This is what the house of David is all about. Okay, showing mercy and just letting Yahweh do what he wants to do. It says, because when you look at it right now, what are the men of the Lord are doing? We're being humble, and because for real, the men of the Lord, we could go out there like Nat Turner, but what are we doing? We're being humble, and we're waiting for Yahweh Shem Yahshua to take his vengeance. Okay, we're being loyal and faithful unto Yahweh Shem Yahshua by sitting back and waiting for Yahweh Shem Yahshua to do what he got to do as the house of David. And that only doesn't apply to the heathen, which we're waiting for Yahweh Shem Yahshua to take down, but also other men, whether it be the 2/3 or whether it be prophets who we believe to be 2/3, or prophets who are the elect. We don't know who's who. Okay, but it says, I'm going to go to 7. It says, so David stayed his servants with these words and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way. So his men was like, yo, man, David, if you ain't going to kill him, I'll kill him. Don't even worry about it. And David was like, nah, man, chill. We gotta let it rock. It says, so then Saul left the cave. It says, David also arose afterwards and went out of the cave and cried after Saul, saying, My Lord the king. And when Saul looked behind him, David stooped with his face to the earth and bowed himself down. So you had Saul walking out the cave, King David, while David ran after him and and called after him. And before Saul turned around, he bowed down and put his face to the ground. And David said to him, Saul, wherefore hearest thou men's words, saying, Behold, David seeketh thy hurt. It says, Behold, this day thine eyes have seen how Yahweh had delivered thee today into mine hand in the cave. And some bade me kill thee, but my eyes spared thee. And I said, I will not put forth my hand against my Lord, for he's Yahweh's anointed. So David told him, like, listen, they was telling me to knock you off, and you was delivered into my hands, but I didn't want to do it because you're my master, my king, and I know you're Yahweh's anointed, so I didn't do it. It says, moreover, my father, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand, for in that I cut off the skirt of thy robe and killed thee not. So David's like, listen, I got your skirt and your robe right now. You ain't even know it. I cut it off and I could have killed you, but I didn't. It says, know thou and see that there is neither evil nor transgression in my hand, and I have not sinned against thee, yet thou huntest my soul to take it. So he said, listen, I could have killed you and I didn't. I did this to show you that I'm not against you. I don't have any problems with you. I'm just trying to be cool. I'm under you. I'm not trying to be king. It says, Yahweh judge between me and thee, and Yahweh avenge me of thee, but my hand shall not be upon thee. So he said, you were trying to kill me wrong. He basically told me you were trying to kill me wrongfully, and in doing so, Yahweh delivered your life into my hands, but I didn't slay you. I gave you mercy. It says, as saith the proverb of the ancient, wickedness proceeded from the wicked, but my hand shall not be upon thee. After whom is the king of Israel come out? After whom dost thou pursue? After a dead dog? After a flea? So David's acting like, listen, why are you hunting me this way? You hunting me like a dog or a flea, like I'm just a nobody. He said, why is the king of Israel doing this? It says, Yahweh therefore be judge and judge between me and thee, and see and plead my cause, and deliver me out of thine hand. And it came to pass, when David had made an end of speaking these words unto Saul, that Saul said, is this thy voice, my son David? And Saul lifted up his voice and wept. So basically Saul was ashamed, like, damn, man, he right. That he could have killed me, and he showed mercy on me even after everything I did for him. So Saul was feeling bad, because he realized he wasn't actually after him. It says, and he said to David, thou art more righteous than I, for thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil. And thou hast showed this day how thou hast dealt well with me, for as much as when Yahweh had delivered me into thine hand, thou killest me not. For if a man find his enemy, will he let him go well away? Wherefore Yahweh rewarded thee good, for that thou hast done unto me this day. So there it is right there. He said King Saul told him, listen, Yahweh was going to reward you good this day because you show mercy unto a so-called enemy. And who mentioned that before? Yahweh Shai. He said, pray and love your enemies. Okay. And who was he talking to? He was talking to all of Israel, but ultimately he was talking obviously he was talking to the elect. Because we know when Yahushua was speaking, he was speaking to everybody, but he was speaking to the elect. That's why he pulled the disciples to the side and told them that um he basically told them, I'm speaking to everybody, but only the elect are going to receive this. Okay. Now, when, like I said, Yahushua, when he said what he said, this is the kind of men, this is the men that he wants us to be, like David. Okay, this is what he was talking about when he's saying, love your enemies and pray for your enemies. Things just like this. Okay, when you got your people coming up against you, you're not going to reward them evil for evil. Okay, you're going to just try to be better and have mercy on them. Pray for them to get better. And like I said, these are things that the elect are going to do. These are the men that Yahweh shall want. This is what the house of David is going to do. And this is like something me, myself, I got to get better with. Okay, this is something that we all can get better with. Showing mercy and compassion when we could bring down judgment or whatever. It says, and now behold, I know well thou shalt surely be king, and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thine hand. So King Saul was like, damn man, you're more righteous than me. You spared my life. I tried to kill you. I know for a fact you're going to be king now. It says, swear now therefore unto me by Yahweh that thou wilt not cut off my seed after me, and that thou wilt not destroy my name out of my father's house. Because when you look at typically when other kings were set up in other nations, the seed line of the man will be destroyed. Obviously, so his heir won't rise up and try to take the throne back. So he wanted David to swear that he's not going to destroy his seed, even though obviously when you look into the story, Yahweh ended up killing off King Saul's whole line, period, anyway. It says, and David swore unto Saul, and Saul went home, but David and his men gat them up, and behold, Slakia, and gat them up unto the hold. But yeah, that's only wanted to read that chapter and basically touch on how Yahweh Shai, he wants, this is what to be of the house of David, to be the elect. This is what this means. It means to show the ultimate mercy, ultimate compassion. Okay. Loving your enemies. This is what it means to be of the elect. These are the men that Yahweh shall want. He want men like King David. And it takes a strong man to be like King David. Because when somebody's trying to kill you multiple times, persecute you, push you out of your city, these are like things this is a lot. And what did Yahweh Shah say? You gotta forgive 70 times 7. And King David had that spirit. He was willing to forgive Saul even after every time she tried to kill him, every single time. And he just continued to just let it go. Why? Ultimately, the respect he had for Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Because, yeah, listen, I know he's being wicked, but he's still Yahweh Shem Yahshai's anointed. And this is what the elect going to do. They're going to look at men and like, okay, he is preaching the truth. So he is an Israelite. More so, he is preaching the truth. So it's like we got to show him mercy and respect, because we don't know who he is. Look at when you fast forward to Paul, he was being wicked, and what happened? He turned around and he led a righteous life in the end. So imagine if you treat a brother bad in his Saul stages, and then he turn around one day, he turns into Paul. Now you're going to look like an asshole, because you was doing him wrong when he was doing wrong. But at the same time, you could have been showing him mercy and compassion through his Saul days into Paul. Because anybody can be Saul into Paul, and anybody can go from Paul to Saul. Okay? Because look at Judas. He was doing what he supposed to be doing, then boom, he just did what he did. So anybody can make a turnaround, whether it be for the good or the bad. Okay? But that's what it means to be of the elect, to have the ultimate mercy, the ultimate charity, ultimate love, You gotta be as King David. But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash, Adawan Ratazah, Atham Tamayim Akim Yakal. Shalom.